Hello YouTube, hi and welcome back to another video. So we have new Tower of Adversity reset, and the first thing that you're gonna notice is now it's 36 stars instead of just 30. So let's go ahead and take a look what actually changed. So the side towers are as always 12 stars, and the middle one, that is where the thing is. So we can see 12 star here now. So it was 6, and brother, we have two more floors now. And what the bro, two bosses in same floor. Oh my god, that is insane. And one more thing to notice is the buffs are different for these above two floors and then these two. So the buff for this rotation in these above two floors is basically, this is for your Karthia. I don't know why this is yellow for some reason. I think it should be green, no? So for the last two floors we have three lines of buffs. So the first line, this is pretty much really generic buff, and then this is kind of problematic. So and we can work around it with the second line. So the enemies are just gonna take straight up 10% less damage if your characters are not shielded. If you take a look at the second line in this buff, our resonators are gonna get a shield after using their resonance liberation, but this buff stacks up to 3 times, and I am not sure, I don't think all of the characters are gonna be able to use this full stacking buff. Okay, so mainly I think Augusta and should be able to like spam this really easily because they just have shields in their kit by themselves. And also, so how many teams are we gonna need now exactly? So this is 5 vigor, and again bro, you're gonna need 2 full teams to clear the middle tower alone now. And if we go ahead and take a look at the side towers, yep, same vigor amount. So you are gonna need 4 teams to finish Tower of Adversity now. But actually I think 3 teams should be enough. 2 well-built teams for your middle tower, and then there's 1 team should be enough to clear the last floors of these side towers. And then as for the early stages of the side towers, you know how it is, they are really not that hard. You can just use even a solo character, maybe some standard character with just some really mediocre build. You can easily clear them out, so that's not the problem. So yeah, it can be said that now you need 4 teams to beat Tower of Adversity, but technically it's 3 if you know what I mean. So one more thing I noticed is if you take a look at the time difference between these 2 lower floors and these 2 upper one, so you are basically given 30 more seconds to clear these 2 floors. So there might be a lot of waves of enemies on this one, and these 2 might be much more tankier than their normal version. I don't know, I guess we'll just find out. So now without wasting any more time, let's go ahead and try out this middle tower and see how hard it actually is, especially these 2 last floors. So the plan is I will try Karthia with Shikona in the upper 2 floors, and then we're gonna need Shorekeeper for the other team, which is I'm gonna use Frolova on these 2. And as for the side floors, we can just grind them out with anything, maybe Zani. So let's try Hazard Tower floor 1 and 2. These 2 shouldn't be too hard. I mean, there's literally buff for Karthia. The thing I'm mostly curious about is how hard the 3rd and 4th floors are gonna be. So let's just get through these real quick.
Such is their blessing. Listen, the trio of destiny. Repent,
For silence beckons, vexing malice.
sounding the death knell.
Salvation,
The time,
quietus,
windstorm, sweep all away. Heavens, descend. Please, sir, thanks for watching.
their blessing.
Polyphony, seeing is believing.
Wait, bro, is there HP deflation? There's no way, right? Okay, anyways, let's try out the floor 2 now.
Such is their blessing.
Let the show begin.
True form,
Revealed at last.
Accursed malice. Ruin is imminent. Finality.
Okay, I don't feel like wasting the ultimate on this little thing, so
Sounding the death knell.
let's not do that and get our 6 stacks on this thing and
My
let's go.
blade. Purge all evil. Be gone, wicked souls.
Thanks for watching. Seeing is
Oceans, bow before me.
leaving.
Tides, rise and charge forth with me.
Okay, there is no surprise. The above 2 floors are like so much easier, bro. There's literally Kartathiya's buff, and I'm pretty sure even with S0R1 you guys can pretty much solo this easily. Okay, now let's try out Hazarta floor 3 and see how hard it is actually.
Symphony of life.
Bro, this
You
little
must
guy
prepare
is
your
gonna
beats.
cause
Begin.
problem.
Heed the echoes. Witness. Blossoms in wilt. I engraft you new. Loading.
Okay, this is the second wave of enemies. How many waves are there? I think.
Diminish.
Sink into the endless deep.
Bro, they parried Cantrella's dive state on.
Riptides claim you.
Be erased. Symphony of life. We wither together.
Okay, missed that one.
Life or death, no alternative. Chant songs of old. Ordained. Loading. I engraft you new.
Bro, chill.
I'll keep you company.
Okay, where is her
How
ultimate?
rude. Sink into the endless deep. Oh,
Oblivion.
this will be fun.
Symphony of life. Whales.
Okay, it doesn't
rejoicing,
look too bad.
chant Songs
As
of
long as we
old.
can clear it.
Oath from the heart. Diminish
In war with time.
Okay, now how tanky is this thing gonna be?
Take a breath. I'm right here. Engulfed by sea's venom. Caresses of the way.
Just don't grab me, please.
Oh, this will
Ensemble.
be fun.
Bro,
Symphony of life.
okay, barely
Cadence.
dosed it.
Halt.
Almost.
Witness. Blossoms in wilt.
ordained. Astral modulation. Loading.
Cantrella ultimate,
Sleep.
please.
In the whispers of sirens.
Okay, we are literally just so close.
Oh,
Annihilation.
Bro, 3 seconds before. Okay, this is not looking good. No shit, I cannot clear it. Okay, you know what, bro? I think we are gonna need to retry. It's clearable. Okay, it's doable. Yeah, let's give it another try.
Symphony of life. Absolute whales. Rejoicing the soul. Never entombed. Astral modulation. Loading.
Take a breath and right here, sink into the endless deep. The deep tides.
I think that forte that we missed of Cantrella's last time, that thing was the reason we
Ensemble.
weren't able to clear it that last
We
time.
were the symphony of life. Heed the echoes. Chant songs of old.
Oath from the heart.
Astral modulation. Loading.
I'll keep you company. Engulfed by sea's venom. Riptides claim you.
Oblivion. Absolute futility. Thus, you fall. We wither, life or death, no alternative.
Okay, we've got
Yes.
full 1 minute
Blessings
or
in
maybe a little
warmth.
more than that. Maybe this time we can
Ordained.
get it.
I engraft you new. Loading.
Take a breath and right here. Try not to blink.
Again, energy issues on
In the
Cantrella.
whispers of sirens.
I think I saw a crit miss. No, we can't do that.
Oh, this
Annihilation.
And we missed her forte.
Thus, symphony of life. Absolute wails.
Okay, please, we can clear it right this time.
Never entombed.
Oath
Bro,
from
these
the
last
heart.
two floors are actually no joke.
In war with time. Loading. Diminish.
Yeah, I think we made it this time.
to sunken depths.
Easy.
Sink into
Well, I
the
mean, not even
endless
that
deep.
easy.
Pour from the abyss. Oh, this will
Ensemble.
be fun.
We with symphony of life.
Yeah, okay. So the time was still tight. Bro, these last two floors are actually really hard. Like, so now about the middle tower new floors, and as we know, normally we are locked out of two elements, basically Glacier and Spectro for this rotation. But still, even with that, you can easily brute force this with Zani and Phoebe. I'm pretty sure you can, but there's no way you are doing that with this. And besides these two elements, bro, we're also locked out of fusion element as well. So pretty much you're locked out of three elements in the middle tower. And I hope it doesn't becomes four, okay, because they can, if this last floor is gonna have two bosses always. So I really hope that doesn't happen. And also, I think if you're not gonna be using the full buff which is given to you here, then it's gonna be really hard for you to clear, because this team is really not making use of like the complete buff. And as you can see, I barely managed to clear these two floors, so the difficulty is definitely there. But if you're maybe using Yuno or Augusta, it should be like really easy for you, I think. Yeah, overall I think it's pretty good addition, and I mean it gives you more astrites. So bro, who hates more astrite? Just the more the merrier, you know. Also, you need to be very careful after using your ultimate, because if you get hit and you lose this shield, bro, you're doing 10% less damage to the bosses. So you need to be very careful about this. Okay, so this is how my four teams look like. We have Zani here and Shangli up for the middle towers, and again Zani up there, and same for this side. And again the middle tower is just, this is what it looks like. And so now this should be 800. Huge. Wow. So first up, the addition of these two new floors means more astrite, and that's always welcome. And so now about the difficulty on the floor 3 and before, I think it's actually really difficult, especially if you are not using the full buff which is given. For example, in this rotation, it's pretty much for your Yuno and Augusta, cause only they can stack it like completely. And also there was that part where it says enemies take 10% less damage if you are not shielded. So that could be a way by which they can lock you out of like a complete archetype of DPSs. By which I mean, what if it says enemies take 10% less damage if all 3 party members are of same element? For example, your Lupa Monofusion or your Karthia Shikona and Arrow Rover. So that doesn't sound like a really good idea, but there is a chance that can possibly happen. And then there's also something they can do, maybe like enemies take 10% less damage if they have a debuff on them, which is basically your these arrow erosion, spectrofragile, all these type of stuff. And the worst part I can imagine is if they did something like let's say enemies take 10% less damage from your heavy attacks. Okay, that might not happen, but the ones that I mentioned previously, all 3 party members being same element, enemies take less damage, and if you apply a debuff to the bosses, then they again take less damage. So these type of things can happen. But okay, maybe I went a little too far. So yeah, something like this is definitely not going to happen. But if they did, bro, I am gonna be so fucking pissed. Like imagine if they someday said like enemies take 10% less damage from all your basic attack damage, or maybe your heavy attack damage. That does not sound like a good idea, and I hope it never happens, though there's really like less chances of this type of thing happening. But you know, there's always a chance, bro. So yeah, well, overall, feel free to let me know down in the comments what are your thoughts on these 2 new tower floors. Did you manage to clear it? Did you get all your S right? And again, you don't exactly need 4 teams. You can manage the side towers easily, just like I did. I just use some maybe your old characters, or I think even maybe characters like Danjin and Chishia easily can clear side towers if they are like properly built with decent enough teammates. And yeah, well, that is going to be it for this video. I will see you in the next one. Have a good day and bye bye YouTube.